Hello everyone, my name's Kayla and this is Jack, and welcome to another adventure on It's a Farm Enough Life. Are you excited to open them?
Yeah.
So the company is Murray McMurray. They are mostly known for selling chickens and chicken eggs, but I got duck eggs from them. I got an assorted bunch, so I have no clue what kind are in here. So let's open it. These are gonna be eggs, Jack.
Yeah.
For our ducks, and we're gonna put them in our incubator. Hatching tips. Are you ready, Jack?
Yeah.
Look, be very gentle. We have 13 eggs, Jared. Okay, are you ready? We gotta go wash our hands. Okay, so I have my incubator set over here on my mantle, and I've taken some safety precautions like duct taping my cord down so that way it doesn't get snagged and ripped down off of the mantle. So first of all is about humidity. Getting the right humidity and temperature are the two most important things when it comes to incubating eggs. I've never incubated eggs before, but surprisingly, long story short, I have made a lot of incubators. The issue with these incubators is that they are really thin on the outside. They are not made with any kind of styrofoam or anything with insulation. It's really important that if you are using an incubator for the first time, or if you're using a cheap incubator or an incubator that's homemade, that you test it out first. So I'm going to pour a little bit of water in. Just did a splash. So I've gone a little bit overboard with my setup, but I think that the more cautious the better, right? So I have 3 different hygrometers in here to measure humidity. One right here, one right here, and one right here that I have installed right here. So I just kind of poked it through this vent hole at the top. Okay, so now we have to mark the eggs with X's.
Me.
And O's. It is day 1 officially. They've been in the incubator for 24 hours. So I unboxed them and I went ahead and candled all of them. One of them out of the 13 that they sent me was cracked, but I did order 12, so that's all right. I was a little disappointed because it was one of the greener tinted ones, and those are the ones I'm looking forward to having. I did notice that one had a detached air cell as well. For those of you who don't know what a detached air cell is, it's when the air cell on the top, that's usually the chick's first breath where they start pipping. It's when that has kind of expanded and the membrane that creates that bubble has expanded and peeled off the wall of the shell. And so now there's still only the amount of air that the chick needs for their one breath, but it's inside a huge pocket. So that means that the air bubble that chick needs is moving around. And that can be really hard because that means that the chick can't accurately find it because it's constantly moving, which can cause complications later. Sometimes you'll be able to make it through incubation with the detached air cell. So we'll see if it happens. I can also report that to them. That can also be a condition of shipping, but I'm not going to. So we'll see what we get here. So it's still day one. I candled them already a little bit, but I wanted to candle them in the dark because I couldn't see very much and I thought I saw a couple of detached air cells. So I went back in and sure enough I found 4 detached air cells, 3 of which are detached but intact and 1 is not intact. The egg on the blunt end of it has a little air pocket, and that is the chick's first breath. That is the breath that gets it to the shell so that it can start pipping its way through. If it doesn't have that breath, it will drown. If you know nothing about eggs, you will notice that the air cell that I'm talking about, when you crack an egg open, the thin little membrane on the inside of the egg has a little air pocket. So a detached air cell is when that air pocket detaches from the shell. The membrane detaches from the shell, causing the air pocket to grow. That can be really dangerous because it can alter how much breath it's able to take, and therefore it can kill your chick. So here's what I'm gonna do. What you can do is you can take the eggs, you can stand them upright, leave them upright for 7 days, and some people recommend turning them slightly, but leaving them with the blunt end up, the air pocket up. That way it can harden and form. So I'm stopped turning them and I'm gonna let them harden and form and see what happens. I have a feeling that the one that is not intact is not gonna survive. And honestly, these guys have had such rough shipping. We'll see if any of them are viable. Something that you can do that might help in some instances is called a safety hole. You have to be careful not to hurt the chick, but you put the tiniest little hole into the membrane and that allows oxygen to flow through, which allows the chick or the duckling to be able to breathe and grow strong on the oxygen and pip its way out. I'm going to try doing that if the air cells don't form to see if I can save some of the ducklings. I just went ahead and contacted the post office and talked to them about an insurance claim, and I filed an insurance claim to see what goes on, because at this point now, if those 4 don't hatch, on top of the fact that I think some other ones might not hatch because I see some stuff floating around which could be a broken yolk, that means I have 8 that could potentially hatch. So we'll see. I wanted to file an insurance claim just in case, that way it's there and I have it and I can ask them to send me more ducklings if I want. So we'll see, but I'll keep you updated.